Herschel's the ultimate, really, isn't it? Followed by Eric, but his name's not Eric. What was his name?
Glenn.
Yeah.
We call him Eric. Yeah, well, there may be some more on that later, but it all fell apart. But yeah, basically, there's Abra-sleen, there's Jesse. We just need a Rick, and then we're ready to roll. So. Then we had the flim flam section where they was pretending they were going to evict Bobby over Abra-sleen.
Now, all season we've had no flim flam. Like you know, on BBOSA, every week it's like, I'm going to evict so I'm going to do this, or I might do this, blah blah blah. But
on the one hand,
this is the first time this season that I've seen people actually deliberately spoofing the DR and saying, I'm going to do this, but really I'm going to do that.
But I actually believed it, and then you turned to me and you went, oh, this is the flim flam section. And I was like, oh shit. But actually, it would have been in their best interest to get rid of Bobby over Abra-sleen, wouldn't it?
Big Brother Canada is not big on flim flam. Big Brother USA is very big on it.
Flim flam's the best bit, isn't it?
Well, you don't like it when it happens.
I do.
It gives you false hope.
Yeah, they said they were going to use Abra-sleen as a meat shield. But,
and for viewers that have been missing our cats recently, and I know there's a few of you, introducing Moxie.
What have you got to say for yourself?
Here's his bell.
James is just like rattling an empty collar. Moxie's long gone.
It's not as cruel as that what that Britain's Got Talent fella did.
James was just showing me that dog on Britain's Got Talent, and I thought it was funny, but apparently the RSPCA have been called in. And then somebody said that gets on my nerves, but I don't know who it was now.
That sounded like you the other night.
What are you trying to say? Oh no, there's a cat here now. God help us. Now, I don't know about you, but when I clean my house, I like to use Oxi-clean.
Do you know, personally, I use, ideally, if I've got money, the flash spray with bleach in it.
Right, yeah.
But if not, the supermarket owned 99p just as good. So.
Well, bleach is bleach. It don't matter if it's flash or whatever.
Oxi-clean is not. It's not like a surface cleaner. It's a liquid detergent. It's I think you put it in the wash. I think it washes, it detergents.
I love you, Oxi-clean.
Do you think this
is it good to like roll around in it though?
You know the hit movie Divergent and liquid detergent. Do you think there's a link there? I don't know.
But is it good to like bathe in Oxi-clean, because that seemed to be the message that they were
I don't
telling
think
us.
If you're doing a HOH, POV, even the have not, it's not good to roll around in like caustic chemicals.
No. Well, we said that, but apparently it is alright. Apparently Slice have sanctioned it.
Let's get some Oxi-clean.
Yeah.
Fucking have a phone party.
We ain't got Oxi-clean in this country. Should we just use like Mr. Muscle or something?
Well, they ain't going to sponsor us.
What about Sillet Black?
Sillet Bling.
Sillet Blang. Now we were wondering when they were packing their cases at the beginning. I was like, why are they packing all those hangers? Finally, we found out. Oxi-clean were using them for this boring HOH.
So, is there like a problem with coat hangers in Canada? Do you think they've got a shortage? Because I'll tell you something, if you're Canadian and need coat hangers, book a flight to London, go to the nearest dry cleaners and say, have you got any hangers? Believe me, they just chuck 50 at you and that's it, you're gone. And they're the good ones, the metal ones.
The metal one? Why are they good?
I like those ones.
I like the ones that like
you know what? You can actually like undo them and use them for other purposes.
What? Oh, for like undoing someone's lot, like in Better Call Saul.
That unblocking a toilet sometimes. All sorts.
Don't say that. I like the hangers that you can hang jeans on, that like the triangle ones. They're the best ones. I hate those little baby kiddies ones. Those ones suck. Anyway, Zach won 1,000 Canadian dollars, which is what, 30p in real money, you know.
That's patronising.
No, I'm only joking. Anyway, what do Canadians have to spend money on? They even got like magazines with celebrities in like.
That's true, you know.
Yeah.
Why is there no magazine deals in Canada?
There probably is.
But you know, I know. Sorry if it's boring, but you know what? When you go newsagent in Britain, there's like fucking 800 magazines on the wall, and like about
on the wall
12 between 12 and 20 newspapers. When you go shopping in Canada, there are a lot of papers, including the Daily Mail. But but not as many. We've got a really overdeveloped media in the UK.
They always say this, like in America too, they don't have like all the tabloids that we have. But I was listening to Russell Brand's podcast on Audio Boom, which is a pretty shitty app to be honest, but his podcast is worth listening to. And he said all the old media is now dying, and like all the newspapers are going defunct, and that's why they've all got the ump.
Oh, so we'll be famous soon.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Now, when Abra-sleen was getting evicted, I noticed
Are we still on Abra-sleen?
Yeah, I noticed he gave a shout out to Morgan. Can you believe it?
Oh.
In the final episode of The Walking Dead, Morgan was there with his big stick. Abra-sleen is giving a shout out to him. I was like, fuck me, man. What's
Do you know
going
a funny
on?
thing? The other night when I was at work, I was bored and I watched the beginning of the pilot of The Walking Dead.
Oh, sweet.
Which
I'd
got
like to
Morgan.
watch that.
I know, I was going to, but I waited and I
that's
thought
good.
I'll watch it with you because I knew you'd
where
like
is
it. It's on YouTube.
Oh, I want to watch that.
And so, so he hashtagged
Eric's in that one too.
Morgan.
Yeah.
He
Eric,
hashtagged Ginger
604.
Ninja and 604.
Well, what about Eric? And what about, I don't know, Carl? What about little ass kicker?
Walking Dead ain't all that, let's face it.
No, I like Walking Dead's been good this series. So then, you notice when they all go to the DR to vote and they all say stupid things and they all do their stupid hand movements. You notice Jordan did the shield. He did the shield hand movement.
I know.
He's meant to be either Fortress, which is his fake alliance, or Newport, which is, I don't know, you like touch your elbow, touch your head, it's like head, shoulders, knees and toes. But he did the shield.
Do you know something? What you're saying, this leads into my next section, which is...
Okay. Go ahead. James has got some listener feedback. We shouldn't say listeners, they're really just our mates on Twitter who listen to the show.
Don't say that. I want to...
No, but they are though. But they're mates.
A global brand.
No, but they're mates who listen to the podcast. We don't actually know them, but I'd like to know some of them, but not all of them, to be honest.
Not many, really. But anyway...
No, the ones you're talking about, I want to know. Definitely.
Anyway, so our mate...
James is just scrolling through his phone.
Our mate, well, Patsy Kenzie calls him a loony and an anorak, but Big Brother Superfan,
Gaz.
hashtag, hang on, BB _ a superfan, that's a bit unwieldy. Anyway,
Hey, Gaz.
he says, I suspect 80% of the hashtag BBCan3 diary room sessions, I can't speak,
This is going well.
sessions to be scripted. What do you reckon, me? And then, hashtag, get this, take shoes out of bag now. Now, hashtag take shoes out of bag now refers, of course, to the you don't know?
No.
Oh, my God. Remember when Ollie Locke and Sam Fairs, who are both from reality shows in the UK, were on Celebrity Big Brother? If you don't know, they're both from shows that essentially, if you took the hills
fake scripted
and spent 5% of the budget on it and put it in Britain,
1%.
that's what you get. And they were so inept or whatever, they had to have production staff in the Big Brother house showing them cards to say what to say next. Now, first of all, these diary entries, I don't know if they're scripted, but they're prompted
a lot of them
to a very high degree.
Yeah.
And also, I don't know, it's like, I think that, like, when you watch BBUK, we expect... there'd be no, like, you know, Ted wouldn't walk in and bollock someone, or, you know, they turn the cameras off and, like, you know, like, jig the game round or something. But obviously that's what happens. Like,
but they let Rylan go for his old X Factor auditions, didn't they, and all that?
Did they?
We did a whole emergency podcast about it. They went to let him go and rehearse when he was in there.
Yeah, but people think, it's a pure game, that shouldn't happen, and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
but really, we know production's in there all day long.
No shit.
Of course they are.
Especially on this version, which is just... It's not even live. Like, the eviction's not even live. It's all just, like, smoke and mirrors. What else did Gaz say? Anything of interest?
No, he was just saying about that.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, do I think the diary room sessions are scripted? Yeah, basically
Gaz,
I do.
you don't need to ask us that. You know yourself, so come on now.
Yeah, come on, Gal.
You don't need two fucking idiots like us to tell you what you already know, let's be honest. You're a super fan. We're just fucking bozo. Big Brother bozos. That's what we should be called. Anyway, where the hell are we? Why are you covering that up? I said Ashley was wearing a serviette and you said she looked nice. Now, I told people you thought Ashley looked attractive on Twitter and they said, hold on, what about Brian Dowling? I thought he was your one true love. That was BB Power Tripping said that.
That's obviously just biphobia. Why can't you fancy Brian Dowling and the cowgirl at the same time?
But if you had
and why not have all three together?
But if you had to choose Brian Dowling or Ashley in her little serviette, which would you choose?
I suppose... Well...
See this, BB Power Tripping.
Brian Dowling.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll forgive him. No, we were talking to our listeners. That's not like us. Normally we just treat them like a bag of shit.
I know, but don't you hate those podcasts where they go letters from readers?
This is a one-off. We will never play your voicemails because we don't get any.
You should have a voicemail thing. That's good.
Fuck that bollocks. Anyway, so then Greg didn't say goodbye. Greg Abra-sleen, he didn't say goodbye. Greg. He just ran up the stairs. He said it was because he was too emotional to say goodbye. Oh, like Perez, he just ran up the stairs. I don't think it was because he was too emotional though. And then Julie Chen, or whatever her name is, said, "Oh, do you want to go back in?" And he was like, "No." I like it when they try and put them back in and they don't want to go back in. It's good. So yeah, then we had this fucking Oxi-clean old bullshit, and you said they shouldn't tell them the phrase. You know, they had to spell out like a phrase, like something like dirty laundry.
It was fight the laundry, I think.
But they shouldn't tell them that, should they?
You think it should be like Technotronics?
Yeah, exactly. Like, and then they had.
Yeah, but it has to be something about cleaning and laundry because Oxi-clean are the sponsors. Oh my god, that Oxi-clean. I mean, say what you want about it, but fuck me. My whites have never been so white.
They certainly got their money's worth. But what about Sarah? She ain't doing her washing. It's all like dirty knickers under her bed.
Remember we were saying? Remember I told you the other day we were saying BB USA would never stoop so low as to have a so overtly sponsored competition as that. Although I have seen them do it in the movie before.
James,
admittedly.
No. I told you that.
That's what I just said.
You just said, remember what I told you? I said Big Brother USA does not do any of this sponsorship bullshit. The only thing they do is the crappy films and, like, I don't know, MTV musicals or some shit, or like Sheryl Crow comes in the garden, but that was about 15 years ago.
Yeah, but that was pretty good.
But on our one, we got Maxi Muscle, we got Aquafresh, we got L'Oreal.
They don't do the Maxi Muscle haves or have-nots competition.
No. Who's the strongest? Luke's Grace, of course.
Who's taking the most steroids?
One Mississippi. Anyway, Oxi-clean. So I liked it.
Oxi-clean. Now, is it a good brand of cleaning?
We're giving them more oxygen by saying their name constantly. I don't know. I don't care. Anyway, I liked it when they were going through that ringer thing, and Bobby said he felt like he was being born again. He thought it was like going down a vagina.
Yeah, you know what? Oxi-clean aside, I think actually was quite a good competition. It
was another quite good one. They've had a few good ones actually, and I wrote bubble bath.
But do you not think having Oxi-clean is a little bit similar to Oxycontin? And after what A-Baller got up to with his $500,000, don't you think that's a little bit too close to the bone?
Oh, you sound like Jordan. Oh, and then A-Baller went to jail for this. Oh, in this season, and so won this season, and blah 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 won this season. It's like, you're in Big Brother. What's your personality going to be remembered as? Like a super fan? Like, apart from my friend Gaz, who's a super fan, no one cares about you being a super fan. You're a housemate. Be in there. Be a housemate. Like, what are we going to remember Jordan for in 2 years' time? His fat, hairy ass sticking out of that scuba diving outfit. That's it.
Can A-Baller go in All Stars, though?
Nah.
Fresh from prison. That would be the ultimate.
And he said that thing about retarded children or whatever.
Come on. If you can say Korean piece of shit and then end up in charge of production, then...
That's true.
Exactly.
Casting, not production.
Or whatever.
Anyway, that was a quote from Erica there, not James. So then, how did Bruno win this Oxi-clean challenge with his bad fun?
Because, you know, Bruno, right? The best day of his life... Basically, every day is the best day of his life. He's got umpteen children. He's got God knows how many wives. But the best day of his life is the day that he walked through the HOH toilet. I don't know.
No, the first best day of his life was pushing the button to win the furniture back. And then the second best day of his life was pressing the button to win this HOH. So that's good. He likes pushing buttons, though.
Do you notice when he had to watch that TV show Remedy with Dr. Alan fucking whatever the fuck
I got the poison. Yeah.
He wasn't that fussed on it, and you would think he'd be the first one to say, "Oh my god, this